Morning!
Morning, everybody.
We're going to tell you today about the Pinnacles we went to.
We are. So the Pinnacles are down near Cervantes, which is between Geraldton and Perth. And we called in there on our way down south.
They were magic. It was just acres and acres of these rock formations. Some are 3 metres high, I'd say, and others you can sort of jump over. But yeah, they were really, really good.
Lots of different shapes and sizes. And the yellow sand was quite a contrast to the white sand near the coast. And it's a bit hard to see in the videos, and I'm not sure whether we'll actually be able to include any, but you could stand up on the lookout point at the Pinnacles and you could see the yellow sand where the Pinnacles was, and look out to the white sand out near the coast, and you could see the ocean. But as I said, it's a bit hard to pick it up in the footage because everything seems to be so much further away than it is when you're looking at it with the naked eye.
Yeah.
So we had a really nice time there. It was quite a warm day. So when we arrived, we parked the caravan. You're not allowed to take the caravan or any trailers around the road that goes through the Pinnacles. So they ask you to unhitch your trailer, and there's an area for you to do that. We decided before we unhitched, we'd go and have a look at the Visitor Information Centre and go for a bit of a walk. And in the end, we walked most of it.
It was a fair way.
We spent a fair time walking. We got quite warm walking.
It was a warm day.
So by the time we got back to the caravan, we were like, oh.
Beer time.
Yeah. And we didn't think we were going to see a whole lot more by taking the car through.
Yes.
So we then moved down further to New Norcia, which is also featured in this video. And New Norcia is just
amazing.
It's an incredible place, like in the middle of green lush countryside, all these beautiful buildings, so different to everything that you've seen on the way down. Like there's lots of history at some of the towns as you're passing through, but New Norcia, just unbelievable.
It's owned by the Benedict monks. They own the whole town, so every cent you put into the town goes to the monks to help the upkeep and running of things. And
so there's obviously still monks in the town, and I think they say that it's the only remaining
monk town, if you can say that.
There is a proper word for that.
But we don't know what. There was 11 monks living in the monastery, but one passed away
the day before
we got there, so they were preparing for his funeral on the Thursday. I think they said he was going to be buried. So
New Norcia, there's 2 camping areas there. One is on the recreation reserve, and I think it cost us $10.
Yeah, cheap.
There's no facilities there, or there is the roadhouse with a couple of sites there that you can either get power or non-power, and they've got toilets and showers. So we stayed on the recreation reserve, which was fantastic, beautiful green grass at the time of the year that we were there. And then we paid to go on the tour. You can wander around some of the buildings, or all of the buildings, but you can't access the buildings unless you pay for the tour. So we stayed overnight so that we could do the tour the following day, and we were really, really glad that we did, because the inside of the buildings is just beautiful, and the work and the paintings and the restoration and everything that they've gone to all the trouble of doing, and a lot of that work has been done by some of the monks, and just the talents.
The other thing, a lot of the work was done 100 years ago or 200 years ago, and yet it still looks like it was just finished yesterday. It's just incredible. Really good.
So there's a bit of a sad history to New Norcia in relation to the boys and the girls school, and it's been documented that there was some cases of abuse at those institutions. They have acknowledged that in the displays that they've got there, and made a public, I suppose, written apology, and acknowledged that things were not perfect in the past, and it's a real shame that the good work that was done there has been overshadowed by that. But it was an Aboriginal mission, which I didn't know, and so there was lots of photos and lots of Aboriginal history and culture, and there's quite a lot of groups and school groups that actually do visit New Norcia now, and they stay in the old colleges there and do, you know, their education and their cultural
school camps and that
camps.
for a week. And,
yeah, you can also stay in the guest house that's attached to the monastery. Obviously we had the caravan, so we didn't do that, but there's a few different options for staying in New Norcia, and you can go and watch the monks pray, can go to the church services. As we were only there overnight, we didn't get a chance to do all of that, but certainly if you were visiting Perth, it's not a very long drive to get to New Norcia. I think it was about 130 kilometres. So you could easily day trip up there, and if ever we were back in the area, I think we'd probably go back.
We'd certainly go back.
And spend
it's
a bit more time.
the only place in Australia too you can actually get a monk beer. What was the beer I had?
Oh, some beer that they brewed. But you paid a nice fee for it too. So
well, it was 8.3% or something. You knew you were drinking it, but they nowhere else in Australia make it. So.
Yeah, so we did indulge in an ale and a wine at the New Norcia Hotel. So I had to check the FPOS receipt twice after Father came back with our 2 drinks because, I was a little bit horrified at the cost. But anyway, that's what happens when you go to these places and you indulge in pale ales that are 8-point-something%. You pay a nice fee for it. So anyway, we hope you enjoy the footage that we've put in of both the Pinnacles and New Norcia. And if you're ever over in Western Australia and you haven't visited those areas, put it on your list of things to do. Both really worthwhile.
See ya.
Thanks for watching. Bye.